What up, bro? Okay, to another episode of I Bleed Sports. As you know, I'm the host, BrandonJaneau, like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneau Show. Social media. Instagram and threads, well, it's new now. It's real, REAL, BrandonJaneau Show. So, real BrandonJaneau Show. Go follow me on all those Instagram and threads. It's real BrandonJaneau Show on Instagram and threads. That is the new, you know, username. So you can add me at Real Brand New Show on Instagram, Threads. Follow me there. Still the same on Facebook, The Brand New Show on Facebook. And TikTok, Brand New Show. Go follow me on all those social media platforms. I would appreciate it if you did. Also, X, Twitter. B Janu. You can follow me on X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, as well. Really, we go though, it's the YouTube channel, man. Brand New Show YouTube channel. Uh, Go subscribe. Comment, like the vids, like the shorts. We'll appreciate it if you did. It would help me tremendously if you did. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, this is I Bleed Sports. Now, the actual episode is out today. It's already out this week. The episode I already did on I Bleed Sports is already out this week. So go listen to it. I got one coming up this week, of course, for Super Bowl weekend, which is next weekend. So yeah, look out for that episode. I'm gonna be talking about that and all the coaches that have been hired in the NFL. So yeah, and that's next week. But this is I Believe Sports, and it is a top 10 list. So I've been doing this decade list for the last couple of months on sports. Now I'm doing it in wrestling. Now in music. I started it in music, and I've been doing it in sports. And tonight it is my top 10 boxers of the 2010s. It's gonna be a very interesting list when I post this shit because I know some people gonna get in their goddamn feelings. They gonna be all up in arms. I didn't see this person that higher. I can just I feel it. I see it. I know it's coming, and I just need you to know for every PSA, every time I do a top 10 list, every PSA, it is you can make your own fucking list. It's not that hard. It's not that fucking hard. If you do not know how to do my top 10 list, I go from 10 to 1. I explain why each boxer is on the list and why I have the position, why I have the position. Again, if you do not like my list, if you do not like the order of the list, if you think I fucked up on this list, I need you to know you can make your own fucking list. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, write it down, post it on social media even if you feel like it. It will help you out tremendously. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. Let's get into it. Kicking out the list at number 10, it is the Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury in what the early to mid late 2000s, he was one of the rare few that beat Vladimir Klitschko, beat him, took the belt from him. But then drugs and other things got in the way of him becoming the linear champion, ring of honor, and undefeated pretty much, right, for a good stretch of time. And then he comes back late 2010s, has a bunch of fights. Of course, he has the trilogy with Deontay Wilder, and he establishes that he is one of the most dominant heavyweights in the late 2010s. But for a good stretch of time, he was just never in the ring, dealing with drugs and all this other stuff. So uh, yeah, so Tyson Fury ended up where he ended up, but he is on the list. I know a lot of people gonna be like, he should be higher. No, he shouldn't be higher because what can you remember from the 2010s that he did outside of the Deontay Wilder fight? And that's kind of the problem. So that is why he is on the list, but he's very low on the list. And I mean I wasn't even gonna probably put him on the list. I had some people I was thinking about Sean Porter and Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. There's other people I could have put on this list before I thought of Tyson Fury, but I felt like that trilogy with Deontay Wilder, even though it was really late in the 2010s, it catapulted his career tremendously. So yeah. And number nine, speaking of a heavyweight champion, undisputed heavyweight champion at least, well, undisputed unified heavyweight champion definitely. That is Anthony Joshua. He's another one like Tyson Fury. He's another one like Tyson Fury, who I mean, from the UK, beat the legendary Vladimir Klitschko, took the belts from him, and was a made man for a good stretch of the late 2000s, especially the 2010s, late 2010s. He was a made man in the heavyweight conversation. There was a lot of fights that he could have made. They could have made with him, of course, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Um, but yeah, now seeing how people are now trying to rank him now after the Jake Paul fight is kind of funny. But Anthony Joshua was the man. Don't get it twisted. Like this man was beat the legendary Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, he was one of the best uh heavyweights in the late 2010s. I mean, you know, but that was a good stretch of time where he did not come over to the United States and fight, which at that time in boxing you kind of needed, heavyweight champions to come over to the damn United States and fight because that was the only way boxing was going to get, what I mean, like that type of look. And most of the champions were in the UK, Klitschko, Joshua, Fury. So yeah, I feel like this is about to be a very controversial feeling right here because this is what I think this is about to get this everybody's just about to lose their shit. And number eight, and number eight, it is Canelo Alvarez. hmm Canelo Alvarez is at number eight. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of Canelo Alvarez. I'm not about to sit up here and pretend like I am. Is he a great boxer? Yeah. Is he one of the greats? Yeah. Is he the greatest? No. No, he's not. I think he gets a lot of credit for some shit because he's the only goddamn face in boxing that so-called pundits know, but he's not the best boxer in the world. He's not. He's not the greatest boxer in the world. I think I think they have overestimated really what he is. I don't really think people really give I don't even think people really truly watch him because they actually know what boxing is. I think they only watch him because he's a name that boxing has made more, of the box. He's the face of boxing shit, which I never believed he was. I never believed Canelo Alvarez was the face of boxing. I think that's a fucking lie. But anyway, he's the marketable one. I guess I'll say it like that. He's the marketable one. But I never felt like Canelo was the face of boxing. That's fucking crazy. In this 2010s, when his rise began, I should say, when his rise began, you had him fight Floyd Mayweather, which of course he lost to Floyd. He had the Triple G fight. Um, he had some noticeable wins. Also, of course, the Amir Khan fight and the Amir Khan fight. He had also, who else he fought? Miguel Cotto, Sugar Shane Mosley, um, Oscar De. No, he never fought Oscar De La. I'm about to say Oscar De La Hoya. But he fought some pretty good people. I mean, like he got some wins on his ledger that a lot of people would say, "Oh, he was the best." But it's like, bro, like I always say about this about Canelo. Look at where he fought them compared to what the name of them are. Like, look where he fought them. Floyd was still good enough in a boxing sense where if they when those two fought, Floyd was way more advanced and way knew more than he did. And that's why he outlasted him. I thought Triple G should have won the first fight. I would just be honest. I thought Triple G won the first fight. I just watched it. I actually, watched the fucking fight. Miguel Cotto was damn near out the ring by the time he fought Miguel. I know people gonna sit there and say, "Ah, you should just say that." No, Miguel was damn. Miguel, I think, retired literally after that fight. Same thing with Sugar Shane Mosley. He retired after that fight. He did that shit a solid to Oscar De La Hoya to give Canelo Alvarez a rub. But yeah, man, I just think that whole situation. But yeah, Canelo's on the list. I mean, he's on the list for a lot of people that's gonna be mad at that, but he's on the list. He's just not high as fuck on this list because I just don't look at him like everybody looks at him. I just don't look at him like that. I think he's good, but I don't think he's the greatest fucking boxer on the planet. Like that shit is crazy to me. But yeah, number 7 is the Bronx Bomber. The Bronx Bomber, Deontay Wilder. Now, I know a lot of people gonna be like, he's over Canelo. Yes, he's over Canelo. When Deontay Wilder was the shit, he was the shit. And I mean, his fights were electrifying. Like, you literally tuned in just to see a motherfucker get knocked out. You knew it was going to happen. You just waited for the round that it was going to happen. His right hand was the most dynamite fucking punch you've ever seen in your life. The man had damn near a 90% knockout rate. If he touched you with the right, you were going night-night. And that's pretty much what it was. Deontay Wilder was a fucking monster. Now, what he has turned into since the fights in the 2020s, since he met Tyson Fury, it's a completely different animal. That's a different conversation. But I'm not here to discuss the 2020s. I'm here to discuss the 2010s. And if you're talking about the 2010s, late 2010s, there was nobody better than as a heavyweight champion than Deontay Wilder. His fights were the most entertaining fights because you knew somebody was going to get their ass knocked the fuck out. You knew it, and you were looking forward to watching it. It was as fun and entertaining as you've ever seen in your life. There was times when he would lose the fight, literally knows he's losing the fight, and then KO. You just sitting there like, God damn, he just pushed the fuck out. That is a type of level of just craziness Deontay Wilder fights had. That first fight with him and Tyson Fury is fucking legendary. Like it's an iconic fight. When he hit Tyson Fury, I think in the 12th round and knocked him and dropped him down, like everybody's like, oh my God. It's one of them, man. Like I get, and a lot of people gonna be also they probably would be like, why is Tyson Fury not over Deontay Wilder? If we're talking about 2020s, yeah, Tyson Fury has the way more than Deontay Wilder, but we're talking about 2010s. And Deontay Wilder's had a fucking memorable career in the 2010s. I don't think anybody can tell me that he's not one of the greatest heavyweight champions in the 2010s. Like he was that dude. And then number 6, just missing the top 5, just missing it. It is Triple G. Triple G, dominant in the middleweight division. One of the best middleweight champions of all time. I mean, the man was just knocking motherfuckers out, undefeated for a very long stretch of time. One of the best boxers in the biz. Who he fought? Daniel Jacobs. He fought also, of course, Canelo. He had a fight with Canelo. He fought a bunch of middleweights at the time. One fight that was just not on the table, well, didn't happen, is Triple G and Andre Ward. That's a fight that I think a lot of people wish they would have at least tried to have happened, but you know, but it is what it is. Triple G is one of the best middleweight champions of all time. I mean, a lot of people probably, again, like I said, like if and people forget Canelo Alvarez ducked him for a good stretch of time. Like he did not want to fight him. He didn't fight that man until till HBO put like a dub. I mean, like a meal, like 100 mil in front of him. It was like, you gotta fight him now. That's the only reason why he fought Triple G the first time. People forget that shit. Like he did not want to fight Triple G. He was ducking that fucking dude for years. He did not want to get in that ring with Triple G. It took literally a fucking bag to get him in that ring with Triple G the first time. We got the fight though. We got a trilogy out the shit. I don't think we needed a trilogy, but we got what we got. It is what it is. But Triple G is at number 6 on this list. But getting the top 5, I got to recap the list. At number 10, the Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. At number 9, Anthony Joshua. At number 8, Canelo Alvarez. Number 7, the Bronx Bomber, Deontay Wilder. And number 6, Triple G. Kicking off the top 5, it is Errol Spence Jr. Undisputed middle, undisputed welterweight champion, I should say, for a good stretch of time. Now, a lot of people will sit here and say, "Oh man, I don't know, Errol Spence shouldn't be on the list." Shut the fuck up. You are literally, y'all are stuck in a moment. Did he get his ass handed to him by Terrence Crawford? You goddamn right he did. He got his ass beat by Bud Crawford. Also, that was in the 2020s, not relevant to this list. That was 2020s, not relevant to this list. But in the 2010s, this man went to London and fought Kell Brook and took his belt. Broke his eye socket, which Triple G broke his eye socket. Triple G broke Kell Brook's eye socket, and then Errol Spence broke his eye socket again when they fought in London. Errol Spence Jr. fought Sean Porter during this time period. Fought Sean Porter, who was also a really great fucking welterweight champion. The man had what fought Mike Garcia, was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao, which would have been a great goddamn fight, especially at that time. Um, Errol Spence is one of the best to ever do it, man. I know a lot of people will always look at that fight between him and Terrence Crawford and always try to put dirt on his name because it's just the generation we live in now. Is that we can't lose in front of people because they gotta make an excuse for shit. But Errol Spence losing to Terrence Crawford does not change how the man is being perceived as a boxer in my eyes. Man is one of the best welterweight champions in the last decade plus, like the last decade, bro. Like you could stop this shit. Errol Spence is one of the best welterweights we've seen in a very long time, and people need to stop talking like he's not. So yeah, number 4. This is also about to be very controversial because of how he's looked in the 2020s. But at number 4, it is Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford to be exact. The pound for pound king now. Mr. Retired. He's retired now. He can rest because he's done everything that you've asked him to do. In the 2010s, the man started in the lightweight division, which people forget he was in the lightweight division for a good stretch. Was undisputed in the lightweight division, then moved up to welterweight and dominated in the welterweight. Absolutely dominated in the welterweight. Knocked out everybody he fought. That shit is crazy. In the 2010s, he fought Jeff Horn, who beat Manny Pacquiao, took the belt from him. Then he fought Amir Khan, knocked his ass out. I think he knocked him out like 4 or 5 rounds, maybe 6, I think. Then he knocked out who else he fought? Who else he fought? Welterweight. He has some fights, man. Damn. I want to say Sean Porter was in 2019, but it could have also been. Nah, that wasn't in 2019. No, because Kell Brook was in 2020, and that was I think right after that fight. But Bud Crawford had some fucking bangers in the 2010s, man. He had some fucking fights, and definitely is on this list at number 4. Now a lot of people be like, he should be higher, because you are a prisoner of the fucking moment. That's all it is. You're a prisoner of the fucking moment. Of course you think he should be high, because you're a prisoner of the fucking moment. But no, man. No, he shouldn't be higher. And number 3, Andre Ward. Now, a lot of people might not know how great Andre Ward truly fucking was, but Andre Ward was a beast. Undisputed, but no, unified welterweight champ. Like I said, Triple G ducked him. If Triple G ducks you, that's a pretty interesting thing to duck. Like Triple G ducked him. The man was a beast in the middleweight division for a good stretch of time. He retired very, very early. I didn't think he would retire so goddamn early, but he retired very early. But the man was a beast, man. Undefeated, retired undefeated. One of the greats. Um, yeah, Andre Ward is number 3 on my list. Retired as a pound for pound king, by the way. So, yeah, definitely on the list. And number 2, it is Pac-Man. Who else? Manny Pacquiao, one of the greats. He was in the 2000s. He's in the 2010s too. Manny Pacquiao was the 2010s. From a boxing standpoint, Manny Pacquiao was the 2010s. Um, do I need to go down the list of fucking fights he had? Like in the 2010s? Holy shit, man. Of course, you know the mega fight with him and Floyd. He had, of course, who else he fought? He fought a bunch of fucking people. I can't. Uh, Man, he had some fights in the 2010s. I can't fucking remember now. Him and Marquez had another fight. I think they had like 2 fights in the 2010s. Of course, the knockout one, but he had the Marquez fight. I think in 2013. Then he had one in 2016. Before the Floyd fight, he had damn, who else he fought? Um, uh, he fought some other fucking people. I can't remember now, but Manny Pacquiao is definitely number 2 on this list. I cannot sit here and act like Manny Pacquiao is not number 2. That is ridiculous. People will say Manny for a good stretch of time was literally the greatest boxer on the planet. Maybe the greatest boxer to some second greatest boxer on the planet they have seen. Manny was a beast, a fucking beast, like in the 2010s. So yeah, these two, because I already know who's one, and that is Floyd motherfucking Mayweather. There is nobody in the 2010s that topped this dude. Even after he left, there was still nobody that was stopping Floyd Mayweather. Like this is ridiculous. Like Floyd is boxing, bro. For a good stretch of time, he was boxing. He was the boxing business. He was everything about boxing. The boxing business. He was it. Um, I think about the fights that he had. He had, of course, he fought who he fought in 2010s. Canelo, Manny. He fought Canelo, Manny. He fought who else? He fought? He fought somebody else. Shit. Canelo, Manny, Miguel Cotto. He fought Miguel Cotto. He fought Miguel Cotto. He fought Victor Ortiz. Uh he fought some fucking people, man, in 2010s. But yeah. But of course the fights that stand out is the Manny fight and of course the Canelo Alvarez fight. Floyd was boxing for a good stretch of time, man. There was never a time I don't think anybody on the planet that could sit there and say that they tuned in when it was a Floyd fight. You either tune in for 2 reasons. You tune in to watch him win or you tune in to watch him lose. But you tune the fuck in. And that's how good a fucking boxer Floyd was. Because no matter what, you were watching him. And he knew you was watching him. He knew it. That arrogant son of a bitch knew it. Because he's that fucking good. Floyd Mayweather is at number 1 on this list. Alright. If I get off here, I gotta recap the list, obviously. At number 1, Floyd Mayweather. At number 2, Manny Pacquiao. Number 3, Andre Ward. Number 4, Terrence Crawford. Number 5, Earl Spence Jr. Number 6, Triple G. Number 7, Deontay Wilder. Number 8, Canelo Alvarez. Number 9, Anthony Joshua. And number 10, Tyson Fury. That's the list. Next week, we take a trip to the NFL. Yeah. Offensive. Well, next time I do a sports list, it will be the NFL offensive players of the 2010s offensive players of the 2010s. So that's going to be a very interesting list. Very interesting. But that is next week. That's next week. Until then, I am BrandonJaneau. We guys enjoy this list. Peace.